So did you have a mentor or a trainer who kind of, helped you get into the business, or did you just kind of, develop your own training regimen, or how did that come about?
Well, so one day I was like, all right, I did enough research at this point, about a year and a half of research. And I was like, all right, I kind of figured out that I think I'm going to just end up in Florida. So I moved down to Orlando, and I quickly realized, because it was kind of like my first time, like being like alone in that sense. So it was the little money I had saved up went so quickly, you wouldn't believe. And so it took me a while to kind of join a school once I got down to Orlando. So that was kind of the first initial grind. But once I got connected with the Team 3D Academy, with Bubba Ray and Devon Dudley, they kind of just developed a training regimen around that. So I was very, very happy with that. And over time, I had other trainers too, as I left the nest and moved back to DC after about 3 or 4 years of training.
So I know you don't want to give it. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, I don't know. I know you don't want to give away the secret sauce, so to speak. But what is a training regimen like for you? Do you train like, when you have a big match coming up? Is it more intense rather than just your daily kind of regimen, or can you kind of give a little bit of insight into that?
Yeah. So I try to always operate at like a third gear. You know what I mean? So just you're always at a pace. So that way, when you need to pick things up, like my May and my June got really packed really quickly. I took a few like last minute bookings. So things kind of got crunched up. But thankfully, I was already working at like a third pace. So I was just kicking it up a little bit and didn't have to, struggle along too much. I like to train in the ring at least twice a week and go to the gym about the same at least twice a week. Usually no more than 4 or 5 times. I try not to really grind that into the ground a little bit, especially if I have shows that weekend.
That little voice always kind of creeps me out. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did
Recording.
actually.
Zoom started doing that because some people weren't aware they were being recorded, I guess. So now they give you the option of, you don't have to stay in the meeting if you don't want to be recorded. So that's why
Okay,
they do
okay.
that.